Hey people, it is Sunday, July the 20th. The time is 4:17 p.m. It is a hot 28 degrees Celsius, feeling a bit warmer with the humidex, which thankfully isn't that bad today, maybe 31 or 32 with the humidex. Nevertheless, still a hot summer day here in Toronto, and I'm on Bloor Street. And we're heading east, and up ahead, a long stretch of Bloor Street is closed to automobile traffic for yet another fun-filled street festival here in Toronto. We've already done quite a few so far this season. I think it's been a while since I've done this one though. This one was called Big on Bloor, which runs between Lansdowne and Dufferin Street along Bloor Street West. So we're approaching Lansdowne Avenue, and hopefully I can find some shade somewhere along the route, but it looks like I might be out of luck there. I might have only done one video previously of this street festival several years back. I thought it was time I revisited that. It's not very long compared to some other street fests which run for many more blocks, taking upwards of 30 minutes to walk through. This one should be 10 minutes tops, I think, to walk from end to end. You can see Dufferin Street literally just up ahead where those tall towers under construction are. But maybe they pack a lot into this short stretch here for Big on Bloor. And as usual, we'll be encountering lots of copyright music. All right, here's Lansdowne. I think it runs till midnight. So Saturday, but also Sunday. I think 12 to 12 are the hours. I was thinking of coming this evening to record this, but I thought, let's just do it in the afternoon. And this part of Bloor Street is known as Bloordale.
So don't be picky, but if you got $4 in your hand, come see me. I can make it happen. So let's start off with three samples. You got Carrie and Bloor over here. You guys come check them out. We got some flavors: raspberry hibiscus, and we have some white tea. White tea passion.
This isn't a food-oriented festival like some others. It seems to be more of a community-oriented fest, where people can showcase their arts and wares. With some info booths as well. Here's the Metrolinx booth here.
Have you heard about the new development there?
Can't say I'm a huge fan of how Metrolinx goes about their transit projects, but it's good that they have a booth here. Maybe people can answer some questions, some tough questions. Why Metrolinx do you build such enormously oversized stations and with such bad land use? That would be a question I would ask. Hey, Pac-Man. There's a DJ over there. I thought it was a stage maybe, but it's just a DJ. I think there are at least one live music stage set up here that I saw in past years. pole dancing. Play some miniature pool here. Watermelon juice, $4. That better be a huge cup of watermelon juice. Fresh juice, $8. Geez, you're getting a deal with the $4 watermelon juice, I guess. There's a stage over there, but it seems like right now it's being occupied by a DJ. But I see there's a drum kit up there. Probably had some live music at one time or another. Yeah, we are fully exposed to the sun here though, but at least it's not in my face walking in this direction. Here's a live band up ahead.
Cheers, thank you, that was Bloor. Let's do a Tame Impala cover. Any fans of Tame Impala here? Couple over there. Okay, nice. Well, I'm going to apologise in advance for listening.
Also, McBrien lives. A cool looking band. Singer sounds Irish.
Said you wouldn't be home late tonight. I keep on waiting at 17 past midnight. Now my only company's a half-full glass of wine. Leaving no choice but to plot my revenge. Leaving no choice but to plot my revenge. Go!
Yeah, I dig them.
Let you know where we are.
It's been so long since I found your hand. You don't know
I like them. That's my kind of music. Maybe after the video I'll go back and watch more of their set. Still 11s. I didn't catch the name of them. Maybe it was up on a banner somewhere I didn't notice, but yeah, I definitely like their sound. Join our song circle.
Oh, the mustard one's ready to fold. Yeah, here's the
Taiwanese fusion.
That was the funniest possible thing. Like off to the side.
It's just a little strange playground here for the kiddies. More DJs. They should have more live bands and less DJs, but that's just my opinion. Historic maps of Toronto. There was another map booth at Dundas West, or Due West Fest as it's called now. $20. So, 1923 was when the city of Toronto had about 500,000 people or so, just in the city proper. A bit more if you included the surrounding suburban areas. That was around the time when Toronto overtook Buffalo in size. 100 years ago.
Want to go find them?
At least as far as city proper population goes. It's like a giant game of Jenga. Must be tricky trying to pull those blocks out. It's a lot of weight to try and pull blocks out from under. I'm intentionally walking slowly just to extend the length of this walkthrough a bit here. Yeah, last time I walked through Big on Bloor, none of these buildings were here. They hadn't even begun construction yet. Yeah, right. Like
Oh, ice pops.
Oops. For some reason, it seems a bit more crowded here near the Dufferin Street end. The mayor has a booth. Is she here though? I don't think the mayor is personally attending her booth. And look at that, we're at Dufferin Street already.
You should already know I'm with my gang, shorty. You already know I don't tell no chain, shorty. You can't hang, shorty. You take your chain, shorty. You should hang, shorty.
There's the Dufferin bus. It is packed. The people on there are suffering right now. So that was the Big on Bloor. Dufferin subway station right over there. You want to get back to wherever you have to go. But since we have some time, maybe I'll take a walk down to the Dufferin Mall.
Yeah, because there's too many.
It's been a little while since I've been to the former Dirty Duff. I think a lot of people might be having the same idea as me. Go to the mall, enjoy some air conditioning, maybe hit up the food court. Get some juice that doesn't cost $8 maybe. The mall is gradually being surrounded by tall new developments. I think there are plans to even intensify the area more, turning some of the surface parking around the mall into more housing. Good old Dufferin Mall. This was built on the site of a former horse racing track. That's why there's such a sort of open plot of land here in this old part of the city that they built this suburban style mall on. Once that horse racing track was torn down, they had plenty of room to build something like this in a part of the city where normally you wouldn't be able to do that. We'll enter over here at this end. But I'm not sure which areas of surface parking will be converted into high-density housing. Maybe this end here, next door to the buildings that are currently rising. Because there's also a multi-level parking garage on site. Now, this mall isn't very large. It's just a single floor mall. Somewhere north of 500,000 square feet. Definitely not anywhere close to the size of other malls I've done on the channel. The 1 million plus square foot malls, which are the regional malls. This is just a neighborhood mall. A regional mall serves a much wider area of customers. Those are malls such as Yorkdale and Fairview Mall, Sherway Gardens, Scarborough Town Center. You're not going to find too many people traveling very far to come to the Dufferin Mall. Most people just walk here from the surrounding neighborhoods or via the Dufferin bus. But it's delightfully cool. This mall does have one of the only Toys R Us locations still open in the old core of Toronto. Some other Toys R Us stores around Canada have been closing of late. Let's hope this one hangs on. A lot of the people who live in this part of the city have families. It's a rather family-oriented neighborhood all around, including my sister, who just lives about a 5-minute walk away from here. And she comes here quite often. Pretzels, and the main thing that I think about when I think about the Dufferin Mall is this Cinnabon, because this whole end of the mall just smells delicious. Very cinnamony. If you know, you know. And there's a Walmart. This is a 2-floor Walmart store, actually. It used to be a Woco going back over 30 years in time. Wilco was a discount department store chain, all Canadian, that was basically bought by Walmart. JD Sports coming soon. Claire's, every neighborhood mall has a Claire's.
Definitely that phone like that, you know?
The food court is at the other end. Suzashira Le Chateau, very familiar to Canadians across the country. All the mall rats from decades ago probably spent countless loonies in those two stores. Not me. I would go and hang out at my local mall in my hometown of North Bay. There were two malls actually to choose from. I would hang out at both of them. Sometimes for hours with my friends, but I really wouldn't buy much of anything other than maybe something to drink at the food court or a donut. I didn't do any actual shopping as far as I can remember. Well, I do remember buying some of those little Smurf figurines that were very popular for a while in the 1980s. Me and my friends used to collect those. GameStop. This mall is actually very similar to one of the malls in my hometown of North Bay in size and in the selection of retailers. Although I think the food court here is a bit better than in that mall. That's the Northgate Square shopping center. I actually did a video walking through there when I was visiting North Bay. If you're interested to see how it looks. Yeah, definitely a better food court here. Thai Express. I'm getting funneled through here. Gap factory store. The Gap store in my hometown mall closed down years ago, along with a lot of other Gaps. Looks like you go downstairs to the Dollarama here, so this mall does have a bit of a strange layout in areas where you go up or down stairs. I think also the No Frills grocery store over here. And the Marshalls also. I guess you don't have to go downstairs to enter No Frills, but you do for the Marshalls. It also just leads you right to the way out, because that's all there is to this mall. On this end, you emerge basically right to the street. No surface parking here. This is where the parking structure is located. So that was it for Big on Bloor and the Dufferin Mall. They kind of fit together nicely to make one decently length video. I hope you enjoyed the walk along the Street Fest, and then getting out of the sun to take a walk through the air-conditioned comfort of the good old Dirty Duff, even though it's not really the Dirty Duff anymore. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. Or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. You can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back, because, as always, I will continue.